This past weekend, we got a fairly large nugget of news with the announcement that actress Emilia Clarke has been signed on to join the cast for the upcoming Han Solo anthology movie. With the addition of Clarke to a cast that already includes Alden Ehrenreich and Donald Glover, this is shaping up to be a fairly star-studded cast, especially in the context of Star Wars movies, which have traditionally opted to go with fairly lesser-known actors to fill their roles. What's a little bit more interesting about this casting, though, is that we don't know what Emilia Clarke's role in the movie is actually going to be, as opposed to the other actors signed on that we know are going to be playing Han Solo and Lando Calrissian. But I will say that I think it's a pretty safe bet that we can probably put to rest any speculation that Emilia Clarke's character will be that of Sana Starros. One thing that particularly stood out about this news release was some of the wording used, which almost makes you think that the character of Sana Starros might not even be included in this movie, as many people had previously believed. The announcement for this on StarWars.com stated that Clarke's role will round out a dynamic cast of characters that Han and Chewie will encounter on their adventures. Emphasis on the part where they say it will round out the cast. If you remember a while back, it was reported that a trio of actresses were the apparent finalists for the female lead role in the Han Solo movie. Those three being Tessa Thompson, Zoe Kravitz, and Naomi Scott. And given that we know Sana Starros has a darker skin tone, most people jump to the conclusion that the female lead role would indeed be that of Sana's character. For those who don't know, in the Marvel Star Wars comics, Sana Starros is a character who's been in the mix for the bulk of the series. She initially referred to herself as Sana Solo, Han's wife. She storms into the picture and sort of thrusts herself right in between Han and Leia. And even though those two don't necessarily have any kind of formal relationship just yet in this part of the timeline, Han very obviously is trying to downplay to Leia any genuine romance between he and Sana. And while she initially came across primarily as some kind of scorned, obsessive ex-girlfriend out only to serve herself, she's been more integral to the story as time has gone on, really establishing herself as a strong soldier to have in the mix. But more importantly, she's part of Han's past as a smuggler, and if that's an era of time they're aiming to capture with this movie, then it makes sense that Sana would be part of this somehow, and I hope they do still cast somebody to play that role. So back to speculation about what Clarke's character will actually be. Will she be part of this seedy underworld of smugglers that we know Han Solo to have been a part of? Or maybe have some kind of involvement with the enslavement of Kashyyyk and have some kind of impact on Han and Chewbacca's relationship? Maybe she has a direct hand in helping Chewbacca escape from slavery because, you know, Mother of Dragons, Breaker of Chains? Sure, it would be Disney just blatantly stroking everybody's nerd boners by doing that, but I wouldn't hate it. There's obviously going to be plenty of options out there, seeing as that we don't exactly know what the basis of this entire story is going to be, therefore pretty much everything is on the table. If I'm being totally honest, I have this weird gut feeling that she's going to end up playing the role of some kind of antagonist in this story. But obviously, I could be totally wrong about that, it's just a feeling. But I'd be curious to know what everyone else thinks about all this. What kind of role would you like to see Emilia Clarke play in telling somewhat of a backstory of Han Solo, and where do you think she's gonna fit in with this all? Whatever thoughts you have, please feel free to share them in the comments. I would love to see what everyone else thinks about this. And if you like this video, make sure you click that like button because I always appreciate that. Subscribe if you want more videos like this one. But above all else, everybody, thanks so much for watching.